Hello, hello, hello. Dana Wilde here, and welcome to the show. So, today we're talking about marketing, which is like one of my favorite topics in the world. Probably, I want to say, when it comes to business, it's like right after mindset. It's so fun. Like, I just love marketing, but I've grown to love it. I don't know, maybe I always loved it. How many of you out there were these kids who like had lemonade stands and were always thinking about money, trying to figure out different ways to do things? I think those are the people we grow up, the babysitters of the world, the people who are mowing the lawn, all of that. We grow up into the entrepreneurs of the world. So what happens when you get to be an entrepreneur, you have a mission or you have a message and you want to, start growing your own business, is you hear from the noise from the masses out there, and you get on everybody's email list, and everybody's sending you email lists telling you that you should be doing this and you should be doing that. You should be live streaming and you should be on Snapchat. I swear to you, I just talked to somebody yesterday or the day before, and they mentioned Snapchat, and the first feeling I had was, I'm not on Snapchat. Right? Like there's so many shoulds out there. You should be on Instagram, and you should be blogging and networking. And I mean, it's overwhelming. Is it any wonder that we not only have shiny object syndrome as entrepreneurs, but we almost get paralyzed as to what to do next or how to get the message out? So I would like to tell you that the thing to do, and you probably already know this about me, but we're going to whittle it down today and narrow it down. But the best way to market your business is to find a method that you love to do. You love. What is something you can't wait to do? You can't wait to get to know how to do it even better and level it up, that you can't wait to jump into, that when it comes time to do it, you're like, oh, this was designed for me, or this is meant for me, and do that thing and that thing only. If you go over to danawilde.com/53 ways, we've got a poster that you can download. It's free, my favorite price, and it will give you 53 different ways to market your business, and you only need one of those, and then claim it. Say, this is my method, this is my way. So how do you pick and how do you know? So I've been narrowing it down, and I've been tweaking this recently. Stay tuned, because we're going to have a really cool, hot new quiz coming out around this. But, I've been thinking, like, when you go about your day, what are the things that you seem to get done first thing, really easily? So for some of you, that's writing. You love to write. It's easy for you. You can pop out your thoughts much easier in an email than picking up the phone. You'd like to journal. You can't wait to write a blog post. This is not me, right? My writing tasks are the last tasks of the day. There are still things I write myself, but I know I got to use every little bit of brain training muscles I've got to do the few writing things that are still on my list, because I know this is not my strength. This is not my marketing method. I'm not a blogger, right? But for those of you that are, you can take this to a whole new level, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Some of you love to teach, or you love to speak in small groups, some of you from the stage, right? So it's much easier for you to express yourself, like just to pop on and do a live stream and do something spontaneous, or stand up and do a little workshop in a small group. Some of you, that's your thing. You could live stream all day, every day. You could get on a podcast by yourself and just talk all day, every day, and it would be very easy for you. Some of you prefer to interview people. You prefer to research things. You like to learn lots of things and then share them. Some of you like to connect one-on-one. We had somebody in the Celebrity Formula the other day, and I was talking with her, and she's like, I don't like to do anything to market my business. And I said, well, what do you mean? She's like, well, I'm told that I'm supposed to pick up the phone. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to live stream, and I don't like technology, and I hate networking meetings. I don't want to do any of that. And I said, well, what do you like to do? How have you gotten your past clients? How have you gotten the other people that you've enjoyed? How have you done it? And she said, I sit in a restaurant and I talk to the waitress, and, then it works out and she becomes a client. And I said, then guess what? Your marketing method right now is to go out and drink more iced tea. Your marketing method, Donna, I hope you're on here live. Your marketing method is to go and get into as many restaurants as you can, as many times a day, and hang out and drink more iced tea and tell yourself that that's working. Because I think what happens with most of us is the fear is, if I put all my eggs in one basket, and then if I have a bad day or something doesn't work, then it's like, oh man, this isn't working. And then the reticular activating system kicks in and says, got it. Yeah, I hear you. You're telling me, here I am, your brain, your reticular activating system, you're telling me this isn't working. So I'll help you make a bunch of more decisions that'll make sure that it doesn't work. Where if, on the other hand, we said, you know what? I'm going to save myself a whole buttload of time. I'm going to pick one thing that I love to do, and I'm going to own it. I'm going to just own it. I'm going to nail it. I'm going to be the best at it. I'm going to understand everything I can about it. And I'm going to take it to the highest level that I can take it because it's my thing. Okay, writers out there, let's go back to the blogging example. If I was a writer, like if that was going to be my marketing method, or I was a blogger, I would not only have a blog and share it, I would connect with other bloggers and see if we could do swaps. I would check out article marketing sites. I would get on Medium and Thrive Global and talk to Huffington Post. I would see if I could get in magazines and write for magazines. So you start to see how you take one skill, and if that's your skill, if that's your thing, you can just get good at it and own it. So sometimes people get into the habit where they say like, I want to repurpose my content, okay? And I want to do a live stream, but then I'm going to turn it into a YouTube video, and I'm going to turn it into a podcast, and I'm going to turn it into a blog, and I'm going to put it on all these places. Really good strategy, by the way. Not knocking this strategy. However, in my humble opinion, it sounds like, well, it'll just take me 5 minutes to push that button and get it over on YouTube, and it'll just take me 5 minutes to get the transcript and then write the transcript, and it'll just take me 5 minutes to get it up on a podcast. And pretty soon what happens is it's not the 5 minutes that it takes, and it's not that it's multiple 5 minutes in a row, but it's the energy drain. It's the energy drain of now I'm repurposing this stuff and I'm doing all these little tasks around it that aren't feel goods that I could be spending getting better at the thing I'm mastering instead. So is that to say never repurpose? No, absolutely not. I'm just now starting to repurpose. I've been live streaming for 2 years. 2 years, nothing but live streaming, understanding it, getting good at it, how to format the show, how to make sure that the audio is good, because I've had my podcast for years, even before that, how to use the chat bots. What else can I do to bring the live stream up? The best way to send the email so that people want to come, the best way to word the words on the description so that people want to listen and watch, the best way to write the bots, like mastering this. And now with my repurposing, people say, oh, well, it's only going to take a few minutes. Well, listen, I've got a team, not one person, a team of people repurposing every show, because we just started doing it. And it's taking probably, I'm sure Mallory could probably give us a better quote here, but 5 hours per episode of repurposing. And that was after I spent 2 years doing it. So what I'm trying to say is, and somebody else said this who's very famous and not me, put all your eggs in one basket and then watch that basket. Put all your eggs in one basket and get excited about that basket. Put all your eggs in one basket, and guess what? You get to unsubscribe from all of those other lists and quit listening to all those other people telling you what to do. Do you know what happens every time I get an email or see an ad that says, how to make your blog better? I go, cool, one more thing I don't have to do. Right? Somebody says how to get on Snapchat and maximize Snapchat. Oh, one more thing I don't have to do. When you start to narrow your focus, you start to not only get to live your exciting, fun activity that you love to do every day. Marketing your business becomes fun, and you get to free up a whole bunch of time of stuff that you're not having to do anymore. You don't have to do any of that other stuff. So how do you know the best activity for you? Well, I've given you a few hints here already of like kind of just look at the thing that is the thing that you want to do first or you get done first every day. Also look at the thing that you get done last every day. I'm going to give you another hint in just a second, but we're going to take a quick break because I'm here live on Facebook. For those of you that don't know, I am here live at least every Thursday each week, but it's been more often than that, and I'll talk about that after the break too. If you haven't been over to danaclass.com, make sure to head over there because the workshop that's there now is going away. So you want to definitely get on and see it because I don't think this one's coming back for about a year. So definitely go and check it out. I'm really excited to have a chat with you after the break about how to find your perfect marketing method. Back in 97 seconds. Hi, this is Dana Wilde and welcome back to the show. We're having a really good discussion here on Facebook. If you want to be a part of our Facebook audience, then just go to danaupdate.com. You can't always be here live, but you will at least get like the subject line of the video and the link that goes straight to the video in case you want to rewatch it. So danaupdate.com will get you there. So over the break, Abby was saying she loves the idea of focusing on one thing, and what she likes to do is make videos. And so here's kind of the cool thing of focusing on one thing. You can take that one thing that you love to do and you can make a decision of where you want to bring that gift to the world. So in the case of videos, maybe she wants to be on YouTube. Maybe she wants to be the next YouTube star. I mean, what a great thing to do because it transitions you. More people transition into TV from YouTube than any other internet channel. Or maybe she says, you know what? I like Facebook because I know my market is there. The demographic that I'm looking for is more likely to be on Facebook. She can be on Facebook doing that. Or she can say, no, I like making really short videos. So I'm doing like these Insta stories on Instagram. And I think like that's the place where I'm going to build my base. The idea is that you don't have to be limited just because you pick one thing. If your thing is speaking or small group conferences, or doing like what I'm doing, just speaking and teaching and giving your opinions, then you have a choice. You can do it via live streaming. You can do it from the stage. You can do it in small group conferences. You can do it via meetup groups. There's all sorts of ways you can use your skill. So it doesn't limit you to pick one. In fact, quite the opposite. It allows you to master that one thing and then take that one thing you love and spin it out further and further and further. So in short, stop listening to the peanut gallery because we all have this feeling of you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be doing this. And, they make it so appealing. It's like, oh, I started my podcast and it was the best thing ever. And, it's the way to quick riches. They always make you feel like, FOMO, you're missing out if you don't do that thing. And so get clear on what you're good at. Get clarity about what you love to do. Follow your joy, and you will be able to make better decisions about this is a feel good for me. I'm going to do this because I love doing it because I'm building a business around all the things I love. I'm not building a business around all the shoulds or all the have tos that everybody else is telling me to do. I'm not building a business out of fear of missing out. I'm building a business out of my passion and my joy and the things I love. So, final tip for how you figure out what it is that you're best at throughout your day is pay attention throughout your day. When you're done doing a certain task, does it give you energy or does it drain you? So I can say, for example, that I love making graphics, and I really do. I really do like making graphics a lot. That's part of the reason why that was kind of hand in hand. One of the first marketing methods that we used was doing the mantra of the day and doing things like that. But when I'm paying close attention, when I'm done with a live stream, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do the next thing. And I'm bouncing off the walls and I've got so much energy. Some of you feel like that when you're done writing. Right? You finish writing and you're like, oh, I've got 8 million ideas of more things I want to write. And you're thinking about the writing that you just did while you're eating lunch. Well, for me, making graphics, I really enjoy the actual process of it. Like it's a little bit like meditation for me, but it doesn't necessarily give me energy. I get done and I'm like, I was done, and maybe I even need a break, right? Some of you, you're statistic kind of people. You love looking at Facebook ads and statistics and spreadsheets and blogs, and you love that discovery of like, oh my gosh, there's a little discovery of a statistic here that, I realize if I tweak and change this button to gold color instead of blue, it's going to double my income, right? And then you get done and you're thinking of all the other ideas. Each of us, we have different talents. We have different things that we're good at. We have different things that we get lost in and that give us energy. Might be one-on-one conversations. It might be teaching or speaking. It might be writing or statistics or artistic endeavors like creating things or technology, setting up technology. There's all sorts of ways that we can engage in the world. There's all sorts of vehicles that we can have for marketing our businesses. And it's easy to get distracted. I'm prone to the same things. And so together, let's remind each other and let's stay centered, and let's remember that the easiest and fastest and best way to grow your business is to focus on what you love, focus on your joy, because you not only get the marketing ROI, the marketing return on investment, you get the emotional ROI too. You get the emotional return on the investment. You're done. You've got high energy, and you've got high energy for everything else you want to do. So it makes it easy. It makes it easy to build a business in less time, and you get paid to be you. You get paid to be the authentic you, following your passion, following your joy, and doing what you love. So let's support each other in it. Let's start right now. You can quit listening to everybody else and just quit listening to the peanut gallery and start doing that thing that's authentically and fully you right now. And we'll see you next time on The Mind Aware. Bye, everybody. Mwah. See you soon.